Charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Kincaid and Mahone clash in Alliance Assembly. Prime Minister Redmond Mahone has once again clashed with President Gibson Kincaid, following the latter's attempt to take control of government policy during an Assembly session. Political journalist Vanya Driscoll reported for the Alliance Tribune. There were dramatic scenes in the Assembly as President Kincaid sought to steer debates on military strategy, making several demands for increased funding towards new fleets. Prime Minister Mahone eventually stepped in and rejected these proposals outright. Kincaid was further reminded that a prior request for executive presidential powers had been unsuccessful, even if he insists on behaving otherwise. Although he still has supporters, a number of councillors have privately opined that Kincaid is now a toxic presence at odds with the Alliance's ethos. Ship stolen from Starport. An independent pilot's ship has been stolen from a Starport hangar in the Vega system. The ship's owner, Commander Bjorn Lennox, told Vox Galactica, "I docked my Diamondback Explorer at Fort Dixon for some routine maintenance, and to enjoy a short break following a deep space exploration voyage. When I went back to the landing pad, I discovered the hangar was empty and my ship had gone missing." The Starport issued a statement from Security Chief Misaki Sanders. "We are at a loss to explain how the thief managed to hijack our security network, gain entry to a docked and sealed ship, and override authorization checks to fly out of the station unchallenged. Nearby systems have been alerted and we are collecting leads to track down the stolen vessel. In the meantime, we are conducting an inquiry into how these breaches of docking bay protocols could have occurred." Week in review. Here are this week's main stories. Aegis has entered into a partnership with the engineer Anta to manufacture Guardian-related technology. In a statement, Aegis asserted that its considerable resources would ensure the supply of current and future technology, while clarifying that the XG fighters would remain available from technology brokers. Authorities in systems recently attacked by the Thargoids have issued fresh appeals for aid. Admiral Aiden Tanner commented that the Thargoids were apparently ignoring key social and military targets, and stated that independent pilots remained humanity's most effective defense. In other news, Tarja Gavaris has resigned from her post as CFO of Rackham Capital Investments, amid claims from the Federal Times that it provided information on owner Zachary Rackham to fake FIA operatives. It is thought that the data was used to blackmail Gavaris into stepping down along with several supporters. Vodal, manufacturer of the Scarabus RV, has been purchased by Core Dynamics following a downturn in profits. Core Dynamics CEO Jupiter Rochester made a statement confirming that his company would retain Vodal's core team of designers and engineers. Business analysts are viewing the acquisition as a smart investment. Hadrian Duval has declared a non-aggression pact with Princess Aisling Duval. While Hadrian reaffirmed his existing views and his status as a royal exile, he pledged to keep an open mind regarding Nova Imperium's policies. Finally, the pilots announced the establishment of a permit-controlled area tailored to new pilots. The district offers independent pilots combat exercises and tailored assignments within several designated systems. And those are the main stories this week. Pilots Federation establishes regulated zone. The Pilots Federation has revealed plans to establish a restricted area of space for newly licensed commanders. In a statement, spokesperson Gabriel Santos gave the following details. Three superpowers. Representatives have acknowledged that independent pilots are a mainstay of the galactic community. As such, a Pilots Federation district will be created for new commanders, offering combat exercises and tailored assignments within several designated systems. The intention is to offer pilots an opportunity to complete contract assignments without exposing them to opportunistic criminals. Access to the district will depend on the possession of a permit granted to new commanders alongside their Pilots Federation license. This permit will be revoked once a certain level of experience has been acquired. Representatives of the Alliance, Empire and Federation each confirmed their approval. Their statements underscored the positive contributions made by licensed commanders with regards to the galactic economy, exploration initiatives and the Thargoid threat. Tarja Gavaris resigns as Rackham CFO. Tarja Gavaris, the CFO of Rackham Capital Investments, has unexpectedly resigned from her position and subsequently emigrated from federal space. Several other employees who were loyal to Gavaris resigned alongside her. All chose to waive their final salaries and bonuses, which totaled approximately 365 million credits according to sources within the company. Journalist Brianna Blanco commented in the Federal Times, "It has become apparent that the federal intelligence agents who acquired our data on Zachary Rackham were in fact imposters working for him, employing fake credentials. With our research, Rackham would be capable of blackmailing fellow ex-pirate Tarja Gavaris into resigning, the corporate equivalent of assassinating a rival. Naturally, we cannot prove this is what has occurred. But rest assured that we'll continue keeping a close eye on Calico Zach." The Federal Times also confirmed that a donation of 36.5 million credits has been received from Rackham Capital Investments, in recognition of the organization's dedication to ethical journalism. Hadrian Duval confirms pact. Hadrian Augustus Duval has provided a statement regarding his recent communications with Princess Aisling Duval. The following announcement was broadcast on all Imperial media channels. "After much discussion, Princess Aisling and I have formally agreed to a non-aggression pact. While it would be premature for either side to consider the other an ally, we have pledged not to oppose each other or interfere with the activities of our respective supporters. I am grateful to my cousin for her courage in establishing contact. Although I stand firm on my previously stated beliefs, at Aisling's request I will review Nova Imperium's policies with an open mind. For now, I must remain a member of the Imperial family in exile." Vodal purchased by Core Dynamics. Vodal is a familiar name to many, the independent company having cornered the market in personal land vehicles in recent years. But according to the Federal Times, a downturn in profits has led to the company being purchased by Core Dynamics, a giant in the field of starship manufacture. Core Dynamics CEO Jupiter Rochester gave the following statement to the Federal Times. "There's no question that the Vodal team possesses considerable expertise, and I'm delighted that Core Dynamics was able to help them in their hour of need. Vodal's core team of designers and engineers will remain in place under our roof, so consumers can rest easy. The Scarab they know and love will remain unchanged." In a piece for Vox Galactica, business analyst Marlon Royce observed, "Core Dynamics was smart to keep the Vodal team intact, since they clearly know their stuff. It's an excellent deal for both companies." Thargoids wreak havoc in core systems. It has now been more than 2 months since the Thargoids began a concentrated assault on the core systems, and in that time they have attacked dozens of starboards, resulting in thousands of casualties. As authorities in the affected systems continue to appeal for aid, Admiral Aidan Tanner, Aegis's chief military liaison, has offered the following assessment. "What's surprising is that the Thargoids aren't targeting our most important social or military centers, such as the superpowers' home systems. There's no doubt that they're trying to weaken us, but evidently they're guided by different principles than those that typically govern human martial strategy. What we can say is this: with capital ships of limited use against Thargoid craft, independent combat pilots remain our best defense against the Thargoids." Aegis forms partnership with Rantar. Aegis has entered into a partnership with the engineer Rantar to manufacture Guardian-related technology. Senior engineer Lilith Galloway made the following statement on behalf of Aegis. "We believe that Rantar's accomplishments, while impressive, represent only a fraction of what can be accomplished. We have therefore entered into an agreement that will allow Aegis to bring its considerable resources to bear in the manufacture of Guardian-related technology, both now and in the future." Galloway confirmed that technology brokers would remain licensed distributors of the Trident, Javelin, and Lance XG fighter